Hi, everybody. I've got another weight loss superstar with me for today's Motivational Mondays conversation. I'd like you to meet my friend Brendan. Brendan has lost 60 pounds over the last 18 months through diet and exercise. First off, congratulations on your amazing success.
Thank you.
So what was the reason you decided to make this change? Why now?
I was tired of going into my closet and having, 3 different sizes of clothes with the hope that eventually I might fit into the smaller ones. I was tired of, having to buy clothes that were that big and just not feeling well.
Yeah.
I was tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it came down to. So I just made the decision. I was talking to a friend. He had lost 40 pounds. And I made the decision one day and just did it and just started watching what I ate.
Wow, that's great. So what obstacles have come up along the way and how have you dealt with those?
Probably the toughest thing is I travel quite a bit for work.
Oh, right.
And I love to travel personally. And so when you're traveling, it's a lot tougher to find foods that are, that are small enough in portion size is what it comes down to.
Right.
So I think the best way I dealt with that usually was to just order something and leave half of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying the same amount. I'm not going to lose anything by not
Right.
eating it.
Right.
That was probably the biggest challenge I've had.
Yeah. So did you follow a specific diet or did you come up with one on your own?
Nothing really. Actually, I just continued eating the same stuff I was eating.
Mm-hmm.
I just started watching how much of it I was eating.
But you use a counting program, right?
Right.
On your phone?
I used MyFitnessPal on my phone.
Okay.
A friend told me about it. He had lost 30 or 40 pounds.
Wow.
And I just picked that up. I still ate chocolate and had beer, but much less of it.
So how does the program work? You enter in, you start with kind of where you are now, so
Right.
and then you enter in where you want to be, and it tells you what?
It tells you, so it calculates for you your daily required caloric intake, and then it says how much do you want to lose, what rate per week, and then based on that it figures out what your calorie goal should be at that reduced rate. And from there what you do is you just add everything in.
Right.
You get really familiar with the weights of foods, or you have to.
Right.
You're looking at box tops more often, and you're doing a lot of estimates, actually,
Yeah.
is what it comes down to, especially if you're in a restaurant.
Right. Were you able to stay within the calorie range pretty easily?
Maybe 5 days of the week.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
challenge.
Perfection's overrated.
Yeah, exactly. So, on those days where I wanted to make sure that I got very close to my goal, right? Each day, because you don't want to undereat.
No.
You'll starve yourself and your
Exactly.
body will actually slow down on the weight loss.
Right.
So I would aim for whatever that goal was. I think by the end of my weight loss, it was around 1,800 calories a day. And, some days I was at 1,850, some days were 2,200.
Yeah.
But I would really try to stick with it because I realized finally that, if I went over that goal, the only person I was cheating was myself.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. So you enjoy cooking a lot and
I
have
do.
discovered that you like the creative side of that. So tell me a little bit about how that, learning that about yourself and exploring that avenue has helped your weight loss.
It's cooking for yourself takes time.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things about cooking for myself is taking the time to actually do all of the prep work. It's a little bit of a moment of zen. And it's finding a better way to use my time, which is great. And that I'm actually valuing what I'm putting in my body more. So as opposed to driving to, a fast food chain or something like that, getting something quick, it's much more enjoyable to know what went into the food that you're actually eating.
Yeah. You've made a lot of changes in your life over the last 18 months, but how do you stay motivated to keep doing that now that you've, lost weight? How do you maintain that level of enthusiasm?
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. I struggle every day with that, to be
Yeah.
honest, I think right now what it is continuing to talk with family and friends who are following the same path. My mom was, I got her to do the same thing. She lost 30
Oh,
pounds.
nice. Yeah, that's great.
So I've had a few family members that have really, I think together we've lost over 200 pounds between my family.
Is
and
that
friends,
right?
which is
Oh,
pretty
that's
amazing.
so cool.
So
yeah.
that's the motivation, is to
Yeah.
continue to see others benefit from,
Right.
from those changes.
Right. And we can encourage each other. I mean, you and I met through Twitter just
Yeah.
because we both have that in common, but we also discovered our mutual interest in weight loss.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot to be gained from reaching out to other people, and whether you're in a leadership position as you are in your family and able to share that, or if you're, learning from someone else. Either way, I think you benefit. So
Yeah, talking about it is really the biggest thing for me, is that continuing to talk with family and friends. And it's not I'm not going out and evangelizing, but
Right.
what I am is I'm telling them just about how the changes that I've made have really made me happier.
Yeah.
I've found a happiness that I didn't have for years.
Yeah.
And it's been freeing. It's been
Yeah.
really freeing.
Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for sharing with us. I appreciate it.